everyone, Macca here and welcome to MXTV's Blokes and Their Bikes. It's been a while, but we're back on it. Now today we're at Shane Cooper's house and we're going to check out his shed. Let's see if he's home. Shane, 88 CR250, I had one of these. Shane.
Yes, Macca.
Oh, Shane, how you going, mate? We've had a bit of a look around and, mate, what he's got here is unbelievable, but today, in particular, we're going to talk about this 94 KX125. Now, Shane, tell us a little bit about the bike. Where did you get it from?
Yeah, I'm a bit of a 125 man. I love the 125s. Like all guys that race vintage, they want to ride something that they're either really looked up to or raced as kids.
Okay, now Shane, just explain to us what is so special about this particular 94 KX125.
Back in 94, I had a custom cone pipe made by John Kaiser in Geelong. Pipe's long gone, but the bike was back together and I stumbled across on Facebook my old pipe. It was actually a guy I know that races Viper as well. So I said, that's my pipe, I need it back, you know, so he was good enough to make a deal. And
what sort of deal? Was it convincing or did you have to, you know, cash? And...
No, well, the pipe and muffler I had, I just gave him a swap. He was cool, he'd seen the sentimental value and I was pretty happy with it. Apart from that, the bike's pretty standard, stock shock settings, I got pro circuit linkages and it surprisingly handles really well. I went to A grade on this bike. I did my first Supercross on this bike. They were just the best bikes, still one of the best looking 125s.
Go back to the Supercross. Where was the Supercross and who did you ride against?
My first one was actually the tennis centre.
Right.
And it was pretty daunting for a 17-year-old because you had McFarlane, I think Joel Elliott, you know, all the big guys that you looked up to. These guys were racing as for a job and I was just there to fill the spots.
And how did you go?
Not real good.
So you're out of racing and I'm assuming you've got your career ahead of you, you know, got married and all that sort of stuff as we do. What all of a sudden triggered you to go, I've got to do all this again?
It's just in your blood, I think, after a while, isn't it? You go to a vintage meet and there's all these bikes that you just loved when you were kids. You just think, geez, I'd love to have one of them, and you seem to stumble across them when you like something.
Yeah, it's a part of you, it's in your blood. It's something you just can't really explain, is it? But so when did you go to your first VMX meeting and how long did all this progression of bikes? I'm assuming you had none and you've just collected them all.
Yeah, well, I had a couple of modern bikes. I had a KX500 and realised that they had a pre-90 class and I went to Ravenswood actually, there was a race there. I just thought, yeah, this is pretty cool and started from there I suppose, and now we have pre-95 and I suppose in another 5 years there'll be pre-2000, so I wouldn't even know the difference between the new YZ450 and last year's model. It doesn't interest me anymore.
Yeah.
I'll know the difference between a 94 and a 95. Yeah.
Okay, Shane, here's a question for you. I've noticed there's no yellow bikes here or white bikes. It's all red and green. What's the closest to your heart?
Well, I prefer Hondas, but it must be the heart. I just seem to stumble across green ones.
Green ones. Kawasaki it is.
Yeah.
Okay, now Shane, thanks for being part of Blokes and Their Bikes today. Now for being part of Blokes and Their Bikes, you've got to get this lovely new MXTV
Well, thank
t-shirt,
you.
such as this one here, and also the MXTV stubby holder, not that we promote drinking or anything.
No, they won't give it to me now.
Beautiful. Right, now Shane, thanks for being part of the Blokes. That's all we've got for today. But remember, if it's classic, it's fantastic.